Hey everyone, welcome to Mushroom Oasis Part 4. Hopefully, if you haven't watched the other ones, then please go back and watch those first. Let's just get into it. Oh, there we go. Wait, oh my god. There we go. Mychael let me gawk some more before walking ahead, turning to face me before sitting down to relax on the grass. He slipped off his satchel and laid it on the grass by his side along with his crossbow. I blinked out of my stupor and approached him, spinning around to drink everything in before plopping myself down next to him. So, what do you think? Pretty, isn't it? I nodded dumbly before finally glancing to face him, the man's gaze on me softening as our eyes met. A butterfly approached us rapidly, making me flinch on instinct. It landed on his finger as he held it out, its wings flapping gently. He smiled at the dainty creature, a fond look in his eyes before he held it out towards me. Do you like butterflies, maybe? I love butterflies. I do. I think they're so pretty. This is amazing, Mychael. His usual prideful smirk was absent, replaced instead by a shy smile. I'm glad you like it. The sun was at its peak now, the air getting warmer as minutes passed. The leafy canopy over us provided us with enough cover not to overheat. Mychael picked a flower with his other hand and placed it in my palm, his tail looping loosely around us both as my cheeks darkened. He closed his eyes and leaned back further, the butterfly still resting on his hand. My ears caught a soft rumbling before I realized it was coming from his direction. I almost wanted to ask, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. My gaze dropped as I twirled the flower around in my hand, holding the stem delicately. It felt platonic, but also romantic. I wonder if Mychael was even interested in relationships. Being alone most of his life, he'd probably get tired of my presence sooner or later. It's so cute how he's purring, oh my gosh. Before I could contemplate further, the butterfly on Mychael's finger took off, my gaze trailing after it as it left the sunlight and flew away into the woods. Which reminds me, Mychael? Don't get me wrong, this place is stunning. But is it okay if we go now? He straightened from his relaxed slouch. Why? We just got here. I chewed on my lip, hesitating. I love it here, I do. But I want to go home, Mychael. Mychael studied my face. Maybe. Do you want to leave me that badly? What? No. I need time to recover from losing Mittens. I know it's silly and dramatic, but knowing he won't be there when I get home. I trailed off, another shot of guilt and regret filling my chest. I just need to get it done with. I feel a hand rubbing my back. Mychael nodded slowly, looking at me in the eyes. His smile was gentle. That's okay. I understand. But maybe this place can help with that. It's a nice spot to nap in, isn't it? I picked it out just for you. Why don't you go ahead and lie down? His words made you sway, a sudden bout of sleepiness weighing heavy over your eyelids. He was right. It was a nice spot to nap in. Why were you in such a hurry? You yawned, laying back to stretch on the grass. The warmth from the ground seeped through your clothes, lulling you into a sense of comfort and safety. There you go. Just spend some time with me. Just a bit more. Please. Oh! Here's something else I could show you. He reached into his satchel and pulled out a wooden box. It's called a kalimba. I blinked slowly, clarity coming back as I shook my head to pay attention. The box fit neatly in his hands, Mychael holding it as if he were typing on a phone. I could see it had a hole in the middle, with thin strips of metal arranged in a triangular shape over it. What does it do? A proud smirk spread across his face. I'll show you. He began to pluck at the metallic prongs, a gentle ringing sound resorting with every flick of his thumbs. I couldn't recognise the song. He might have made it up himself. I closed my eyes, enjoying the tune. Mychael gave a soft chuckle as he kept playing. Relax and listen as long as you'd like, Firefly. This is nice. A few minutes passed by with Mychael plucking away at the instrument, the two of us sunbathing like two cats on a Sunday afternoon. I must have dozed, as the next thing I knew I felt a nudge on my shoulder. Comfy? He chuckled low when I refused to open my eyes. I mean, if you'd rather stay. My eyes shut up and my whole body jerking to sit up. Mychael glanced at me, kalimba in his lap, and half a forget-me-not chain in his hands. What? I shook my head, slapping at my cheeks. I can't believe I fell asleep. It's alright. He cut me off. His sigh was heavy. I was hoping... never mind. He patted my shoulder through his smile and... though his smile didn't reach his eyes. Thanks for being here with me. Maybe we can do this again sometime. If I ever see you again. Let's get you home. He rolled over to his feet and stood up, brushing off dirt and fixing his satchel. Come on. We gathered our things and set off into the unknown once more. Well, unknown to me at least. Mychael seemed to have a map of this place ingrained in his brain. He seemed a bit sleepy still, so let's freshen up, okay? We walked a bit further away from the clearing, coming across a river. Compared to the rest of the path we walked, the area was shaded considerably with the thick canopy of leaves over us. The flowing water looked inviting as I kneeled down by the bank, Mychael idling close by. I dipped my hands in, eager to wash my face. The water was refreshing and cooled my heated skin in the afternoon sun. I pulled my hands back to see Mychael peeking over my shoulder into my reflection, smiling with a faraway look on his face. He startled as our gazes met, irises darting to look at himself instead. Immediately his expression changed. His ears flattened, a grimace twisting his features, and his lips curled back. I'd never seen such contempt in his eyes as I did then, staring at his own visage. He stepped away, retreating underneath the cover of a tree to lean against it, with crossed arms. He doesn't notice me watching. I patted my hands dry on my shirt and approached him. You ready? Yeah. I stopped him before I could turn to leave. He looked at me with a questioning look, tipping his head. I hesitated. I wasn't the type to speak my mind directly. Most of the time I keep things to myself and let things go by. But nobody should look at themselves and have that sort of reaction. Hey, you know you're not, I might as well be frank. You're not a monster, Mychael. He looked taken aback. What makes you say that? I saw how you were looking at yourself. How you talk about yourself. None of it is true. I keep telling you, you're more than just your appearance. I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I did it anyway. I reached for his hand and held them between us. His eyes widened at the contact. All it took was a day with you, and truthfully, I think you're the most amazing person I've ever met. He made a choked noise. I'm just some old nobody compared to you. That's not. Shut up and listen. He promptly shut his mouth with an audible click of his teeth. From where I stand, you saved my life. You've taken care of me better than I could ever ask for from a stranger. That already proves to me you're not the monster you think you are. You're charming, you're smart, you're sweet. You're a million more wonderful things, but you are not a monster. I take a second to compose myself, lowering my voice. You may look different, Mychael, but guess what? His multiple eyes stared into mine. He is flattening as if as if fearing the worst. That makes you all the more beautiful to me. His breath hitched. I could feel his hands squeezing mine, fingers trembling. It was like he forgot how to breathe. Silence. I realised my hands were getting sweaty. I pulled away hastily, scratching at my neck and avoiding his gaze. I could feel the blood rush to my face. I could dunk my whole head in the river and it'd probably let off steam. Sorry that came out of nowhere. It just didn't feel right if I didn't say anything. I hope you understand. An awkward silence passed between the two of us. Anyways, I caught him mumbling under his breath. I can't let you leave. What? I said you can't leave. I mean, not without your cat, right? I frowned. I've already tried, Mychael. Like you said, it was stupid for me to just wander off into the woods as if I'd find him through dumb luck. He paused, his fist clenching. But I haven't tried. I know these woods better than anyone. I could try looking for him. But that means you can't leave yet. Mychael, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think I should stick around any longer. I have a job and responsibilities and you hissed in pain, a sudden migraine overcoming your senses. You felt sick, your stomach wringing itself into knots. It felt like the world was warping around you as your legs wobbled. Your body buckled over as you resisted the urge to vomit. Mychael caught you as you slumped gracelessly to the ground, your head resting on his shoulder as he cradled you close. Hey, you don't look so good. Your vision doubled as he spoke, his speech oozing together, words into an indecipherable mess. Are you okay? You need me to carry you home? Yes, please, in all caps. Okay, no problem. Just hang in there. Hang on to me. Mychael needs to chill with his pink spa thing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this. If I could just one more day with you, I'd be the happiest man alive. Here we are. Let's get you tucked in. I shall give you some clothes. Especially since you'll be staying another night. You're okay with that, aren't you? Silence. Ugh. I blinked groggily awake to the sound of gentle. I blinked groggily awake to the gentle sounds of a crackling fire, the itchy texture of worn bedsheets, the weight of a heavy knit blanket. I could recall once or twice having felt these very sensations to the point I consider them familiar and comforting. And yet, nothing could prepare me for the bright yellow eyes peering into— oh my god! Oh no! Ah! My knuckles hit him square in the face as Mychael yelped, nose scrunching as the taller man stumbled backwards into a oh god! So sorry, Mychael. He landed on his rear with the grace of a clumsy toddler on the floor. I sat up in panic and immediately grimaced, landing back on the bed with an unceremonious flop. It hit me in one fell swoop, how my whole body was aching. Every single one of my limbs felt like they'd gone through a wringer and came out the other side all crinkled and wrong. I groaned aloud, leaning my head back on the pillow. Mychael shifted back onto his feet, rubbing his nose. Oh, the poor thing! Nevie! His voice was awkward. It was an awkward croak before he cleared his throat. I'm glad you're awake. How are you feeling? Terrible. He visibly flinched. I'm sorry to hear that. He stepped closer to the bed, leaning over warily in case my hands dramatically whips out again in self-defense. With my hands settled on my lap, he deemed it safe enough to sit beside me. What happened, Mychael? You don't remember? I shook my head, wincing a bit as my head pounded. Not at all. Mychael hesitated. You tripped and hit your head. I had to carry you home. His words almost slurred together as he fidgeted. My head? I slowly lifted my hand to feel for bumps or bruises, but he hastily snatched my wrist. Don't worry about that. Here, have this. It'll help. Mychael gave me a familiar-looking drink as he quickly pressed a cup into my face. I think that said I pressed too fast. Anyway, sitting up with some effort to take a sip, I couldn't help the small sense of deja vu. The amount of times I woke up in this bed dazed and disoriented is almost uncomfortable now. At least the drink was helping, just like he promised. My body felt lighter as I finished. Mychael took the cup from me and set it aside before wringing his hands together with a nervousness I hadn't seen in a while. So, I'm sorry this happened. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. I sighed and waved aside his worry with an embarrassed grumble. Wouldn't be the first time I tripped, if you could believe it. It's not your fault. He gave a soft chuckle, but it sounded guilty. I suppose you're right. It's just... His face looked like he had a million thoughts running through his head. I promised, didn't I? I said I was gonna look out for you. I said I was gonna keep you safe. Instead, I made you hurt. His voice cracked. I'm so sorry, Nevie. The sudden change in demeanor was startling, to say the least. You couldn't have predicted it was gonna happen. And I'm fine, see? Oh, Firefly. I guess you're right. His expression carried a lingering doubt, but he quickly masked it with a small smile, his eyes dim. In that case, you'll be staying? The way he said it almost sounded like a decision that's already been made. Or a plea. What do you mean? His eyes darted aside. You agreed to let me find Mittens, remember? Did I say that? Yeah. So, you'll be staying a while longer, right? He didn't even let me get a word in. In fact, a feeling of uncertainty washed over me as if we'd have had this conversation before. I don't think I should. Besides, what's the rush? It's already late and you're in no condition to travel anywhere. I blinked before glancing out the window. Pitch black darkness greeted me as I realised he was right. Yet another uncanny feeling spread through my chest, shivers crawling down my spine. I don't know why, but something about this whole situation felt wrong. I feel like I'm forgetting something else. Mychael had a nervous look on his face. Maybe you hit your head harder than you thought? His words didn't sound confident. How long was I out? A couple hours, I think. You, really took a hit. It was that bad? My brows creased as I tried to recall today's events. But I don't remember tripping. There was a river. I remember you. And then your memory must be fuzzy, and for good reason. After all, it's been a rough. My stomach rumbled suddenly, echoing in the quiet room. There was a heavy silence right after. Mychael was polite enough to hide his chuckle under a palm as I flushed. He seemed relieved. Well, lucky for you, I've got dinner on the way. Should be ready soon. You're okay with soup, right? Soup. Soup sounds good. Sounds alright. My stomach growled once more, the pain of an empty gut making me wince a bit. My host noticed immediately. Oh, maybe we should get you some food sooner than later. Do you feel okay enough to get up? I nodded with a grumble, swinging my legs over the side of the bed before noticing something was on my lap. Wait, what's this? I unbundled the pile of thick fabric, realizing it was an oversized sweater with a pair of baggy sweatpants. A mushroom pattern. That's oddly cute. The material felt worn, but comfortable. A towel laid right next to them. Is this for me? Oh, I figured since you'll be staying another night, you'd want some fresh clothes. They might be a few sizes bigger. Or a lot. Sorry. He'd gotten shy for some reason. On the other hand, I didn't have to take a whiff of myself to know that I properly reek. I nodded again, giving him a small but grateful smile. They're fine, Mychael. Thank you. Yet another thing I had to owe him. I couldn't help feeling like I'm taking advantage of his kindness now. So, you know where the bathroom is. Take your time cleaning up. I'll be in the kitchen if you need anything. I'm really happy you're here. He stood there for a good few seconds, fidgeting with his hands as if he wanted to say more before finally heading back into the kitchen. I watched his back retreat before hoisting himself up and heading to the bathroom. Now that I was alone, I had a moment to gather my thoughts. The nagging feeling was back. A prickling feeling across my skin, raising goosebumps as if to tell me I shouldn't be here. I just couldn't place my finger on what. Let's say I should be careful. I just couldn't shake the feeling that Mychael was hiding something. Okay. So that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 5, I think, when I get the chance. See you next time. Bye-bye.